Alright, how's it going, guys? So, it has been a busy little while since I recorded the last one. As you can see, I've done one major change here, and that is the way I'm doing my sorting now. So, basically, what I did is I have my two main lines running in here, and at each one of the intervals where we have one of these, I put in two splitters filtering off and then going under to the next, and we have that all the way across, except here's where we have that stuff, so we moved it down, and then like where I have cobalt coming in from up top, gold, because I didn't bother to change that one up there. It's going just fine, but the amount of stuff we were getting from over here was just too much. While we had that backup of silicon, nothing was able to run, so we got a decent amount of fluorite up ahead. So now we're actually doing decent on it. We're starting to run low now, it looks like. But we were doing okay for a little while, so we were getting lots of stuff in over here. I'm actually thinking about putting in a... Oh, there's more of these, by the way. We'll get to that in a minute. I am thinking about putting in some more of these, because we have all of this lime, and the only thing we really need is more air filters. So I'm thinking about putting some more of those in so we get some more acid gas. I just need to go up and see how we're doing on the stuff we're going to be using for water. Also put in a extra bit of road here. So let's see how we're doing up here. If I can stop getting stuck on everything. Alright, so that's still filling up. We're still not too bad on them. I can always add another one, so it's not that big a deal. Alright, so I think I might go ahead and add in a few more of them. And we always can just make lime from literally nothing but power, basically, because we can make lime from the limestone, and we get the limestone from water. It's over here somewhere. Yeah, right here. We got limestone coming in from there. We could easily just put in some more of that and have all we would need, basically. But well, actually, I put in, I think, 4 more of these. We were running low on oxygen. We were actually having a problem with carbon. I might actually have to go back to using coal for carbon again, because we have actually managed to get rid of every bit of that green that we had in here. It's amazing that we've gotten rid of all of that. I'm guessing it's because a lot of it going up here being burned to make power now. Excuse me. We still have a bunch over on the other side, which we're using to make carbon over there. I'm actually taking this carbon and sending it all the way down over here, and it's running into our iron right down here, Also upgraded these to blue and put in more of them so these guys could run more often. Put in an extra 2 of those. Need lots of carbon. So here's what we've got for steel now. We do have 2 banks making iron coils. And then over here we have 1 right now for steel. Probably going to end up with a second one. I'm quite sure we're going to need it. We're only getting a little bit at a time. I think you can actually... I think there's some way of looking at resources, but I don't know how to do it. Because that's the electrical network. How do you look at... If anybody knows how to do that, let me know. But I know there's a way to look at resources. I just don't know how. But today we need to work on cobalt steel. And I haven't done cobalt before, so I figured we'd do this a little bit together. So if we look at cobalt steel, we need 12 cobalt and 24 steel. And I did notice with this that the steel goes way slower than the silicon does. Even though they take the same amount and they're using the same blast furnace, it's way longer to run these, and I think it might be because of the amount of them. So 24 iron only becomes 6 steel. That's probably the problem. Is I probably should have 2 blast furnaces running for each of these blast furnaces, but it's got enough. But if that's only putting out 6, where the silicon, I do believe, puts out 24. So yeah, this one has to run 4 times more than this one does. So that makes sense. But I'm going to use this whole area over here for iron and steel production. So we're going to go ahead and move down here for our cobalt steel. And the big reason why we need to get into cobalt steel is because we need, I think it's the bearings. Yeah, we need bearings and gears to get into the blue belts along with aluminum. So we already have the aluminum and we've already got the red circuit for the splitters. We just need to get the belts. So, or the cobalt steel. So that's what we're going to work on today. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to start off with just making a copy of this. Yeah, we're just going to copy basically that. Well, we only need down to here. So we'll do that. I'm going to take that out. And then we're going to turn this upside down. And we're going to put it about right. We got a pipe running through there. We're going to have to... we can move it up to there, but that's not going to give us a lot of room. What pipe is this? Oh, that's my nitric acid pipe. Where do I want to put this thing? So I can put it there. Yeah, that'll work. We'll just put it right there. That works perfect. Alright, so we'll let that all get done. putting everything out there. It says I need, let's look at actually, I don't think we can do cobalt in any other way other than just the ore and carbon. Yeah, because the other one is oxide and we can't do that till we get that. And that needs purple. And that we have not done yet. Okay, so this is just going to be straight cobalt ore. Alright, so they need 6 blast furnaces. Is that 4? 2 induction furnaces. I think that's induction furnaces. I'm trying to figure out what that other one is. I think that might be presses. Yeah, that's this one. Alright, so this is going to stay iron to steel, but this one is going to be changed to cobalt. And then same for this one over here. And then we just need to change this over. Change this to cobalt. I think we've got everything else done that needs to go. Except I might have to do... Are those in that list? Oh yeah, they are. Alright, we need 3 more of these. No, because I don't think we can strand cast these. And we can't cast those. Okay, so that's regular casting machine. Okay. So we take these out of here. We're going to do regular casting for this. We'll just remove all of that for the moment. And I should have plenty of casting machines. So now this needs to be changed to solder, bronze, Invar, cobalt steel. There we go. And then switch that one over to go with it. And then we just need our casting machines, and we want casting 3. We got a ton of them. And I think we can do like 5 per. So I'm just going to get rid of this. And let's do 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. We'll do it like that and see how that works. Won't need that pipe. And we need to set this for cobalt steel plate. And actually, I'm just going to do 3 on each side for the moment. And that should be good enough, I think. But we'll go ahead and get everything set up just in case. Alright, so there, and that should take care of all of that, minus doing a couple of these for the stragglers. Alright, so everything now has power. We just got to get what we need in here, so let me get everything piped up and we'll see how this runs. Be right back. Alright, so this should be ready to go now. We have our carbon coming down, we have everything else in and ready to go, so as soon as we get some fuel in here, it should start running. These are running off of coke. I need to get the oxygen in. Forgot about the oxygen. Alright, let's fix that. That'll be easy to fix. Should just be able to bounce this right on up here. Hopefully. And connect to an oxygen line here somewhere. I know we have some. Is it only steel that needs oxygen? Yes. Yes, it is. Alright, so we gotta run this down. Move that up one, so it's not in the way. There, now we should have oxygen. Alright, so that one's making steel, and now we need to get oxygen over there, so let's do a little bit of this. And we need to go to right there. So we'll take those out. I'll do that. And that, and there we go. We should be good now for everything to get started. Yep, there we go. It's a little slow on the steel. It definitely doesn't look like we need all 6 of these. We're only going to do 3 on each one, apparently. Unless I decide to change this at some point to give a little bit better of getting the steel through there, but now we can go ahead and make our active provider. I'll put that in right there, and then just run a belt up. Should be no reason why we can't do it like that. Probably need to put in a yellow one of those, but that will give us our cobalt steel now. Awesome. Alright, so with that I can now make the blue belts the express undergrounds, the splitters, and even the express inserters. So at some point we'll start auto crafting that stuff. We got to rethink our auto crafting area because we've got to get all of the things that we're now making over here up there. I was originally going to do like a train line, but I do a terrible job designing layouts and I don't really have room for a train, so we'll have to decide what we're going to do. I really don't want to try to do belts for everything up there. And we do have one more setup we need to do, which is Invar. And Invar uses steel and nickel. So we're going to do basically the same setup we have for Cobalt, except nickel, we can do the nickel carbonel. So we're going to need nickel pellets, sulfur, and carbon monoxide to make that. Is that the best option we have? We have ore, we have cathode. Let's see, 24 to 24. This is 24 to 24. And that takes 4 to make 12. So that would be 3 of them to get that. And then that looks like, unless I'm confused, that's the same output. Unless I'm confusing it. This uses sulfuric acid. What about this? This uses sulfur and carbon monoxide. And that's it. So this is way better. Just because it doesn't take sulfuric acid, it only takes sulfur. And we've got tons of sulfur. And we've got tons of carbon monoxide as well. Alright, so next time we're going to set up making Invar, which we'll probably do over here in case we need to make another one of those over there. So we'll do it over in this area, and then we're also going to have to set up nickel because there is some things that need nickel plates. The only thing I can think of that needs nickel plating is the, where is titanium, iron, nickel. So this right here is what we're using nickel plates for right now. And then robot antenna array 3 needs them. And robot antenna array 4 needs them. Don't know that I'm actually going to make those. And I think we might be able to upgrade to a different kind of bullet. We don't use these very often. But we can go with uranium rounds, osmium round, the regular ammo magazine, AP, flare, plasma, acid, electric, HE, and poison. So let's look up real quick before we go. So if we use the uranium one, it's going to take depleted uranium, bullet, and a magazine. So it's not even going to need the piercing to make it. If we do this, it's just a bullet and a magazine. Gunmetal, copper, lead. Okay, that doesn't look too terrible. And then if we want like the AP, it's going to be an AP bullet and a magazine. Magazine is just steel. That is copper and blue alien alloy. And then there's also plasma, which uses the regular one. And that uses alien artifacts, deuterium gas, and copper plate. That might be interesting to do. 12 plus 9.6 physical. 12, 12, 12. Area effect size is 3 on the acid. These are kind of interesting. Might have to play around with them a little bit. I'm just debating on if I actually want to put in an Invar smelting area, or a nickel smelting area. Well, I guess I'll think about that and we'll figure it out. Because I don't use my bullets that much anymore. But we'll be back. I'm probably going to do a little expanding of the wall area. We are getting way up into this area all around here, so I think I'm going to basically blast through all of these guys here and get over to this water and just put a little wall right there and expand the base at least up to like up into this water and over. So I want to make it a little bit bigger. We're starting to get these really big nasty red biters in that are doing butt tons of damage now. I may even have to reinforce my walls a bit. I don't see any of them right now, but they are really big and they do not like getting shot by a plasma turret. They really don't care. I've had them hit my wall a couple times now. Look at this little mess I've got here, there. I'm getting a lot coming in from this area. But the one I love the most is right here. Check this out. Look at all those Skittles. It's even starting to come into my wall. I've killed so much in this area just from them running down through there. If I turn this back on, you can see anything that gets into this area that tries to move into this area, my artillery hits, and our pollution is activating all of those. So we have biters all the time coming down through here. Like right there's one coming in right there, and he's going to get blasted as soon as he gets right there. Bloop, dead. And that's a little more Skittles. Anyways, have a good one. I'll see you next time.